Hey everyone, just got back from a walk with Dash, my pup, and basically on every street in the neighborhood, there are just more signs popping up of home for sale and coming soon. And so when I got home, I wanted to take a look at our market and kind of see what's going on, see how many homes are available, see what buyers are actually choosing, because I was about to send some optional properties out to one of my clients, and there are a lot that are available. And I know that they're not just looking in this neighborhood, they're also looking in other neighborhoods. And so it is interesting trying to figure out how to catch buyers' attention in this market because buyers do have a lot of options. So let's dive in. I want to talk a little bit about some of the data. And I live in Northwest Hills. I have a search that's all of Northwest Hills, that's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and over 2,000 square feet. And as of right now, there are 56 homes that are available. And of those 56 homes, we have a few that have gone under contract in the first 3 or 4 days, which I think is really exciting for the sellers to have interest and have offers in hand. And then we also have about 25 homes that have been on the market around 90 days, all the way up to 345 days. And so potentially in that kind of situation, there's this question of, is there a new strategy or a new update that needs to be done to attract buyers into the house? Or do we need to rethink kind of how the property is marketed? So there are a couple that have gone under contract. And so let me kind of think through why buyers chose these homes. Obviously, a great location will always be of interest. But I think there are two specifically that I was looking at that I was like, wow, one went under contract in 3 days, one in 4 days. So what did they do? What was their secret? So I was looking at some of their photos to try to kind of reverse engineer it. What would I have, based on the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, the size, the updates, the views, the lot, the location in the neighborhood, what would I have listed them as? And I realized with both of them, I would have suggested a list price higher than what they were listed at. And so potentially what's going on is, when I work with clients to list their homes, I'll give folks a range and say, okay, you could list at the low end, you're here at the high end. I see you potentially able to get this price. What would you like to do? I would tell you that both of the homes very strategically listed on the lower end. Both of them, I thought, I probably would have listed higher, but listing higher, it might have sat on the market for longer. Now, obviously, each seller has a range of tolerance of how long they're willing to sit on the market. And so this might have been just within their range of tolerance. I need to get this home sold quickly. Maybe something's changed in the family, maybe, different size requirements or different like job requirements. Maybe they got transferred. So, there are homes that are selling, they are selling quickly. Again, both of them that I'm thinking of, I would have thought they would have been listed higher based on their updates and based on their location. So I think that, there is still, buyers are still looking, but they are looking for, homes that really feel like a deal, homes that feel like they are getting a lot for their money. The other thing is that in my neighborhood, I'm seeing a few homes come back on the market that sold 2 and 3 years ago. And one specifically, I remember seeing, and it was a little bit dated, but it was purchased and I saw the closing price, and whoever purchased it bought it about a year ago, did updates, new kitchen, paint throughout, and just modernized a few things. And then our listing right around where they closed, maybe a tiny bit higher, but not by very much. And I think that for me, what I'm seeing is a seller who is somewhat realistic about the fact that prices have come down some. Yes, the product that they're selling is a little bit nicer, but also the market's not quite where it was. And so I think that as a seller, you need to really be strategic about what am I putting out there? What are the buyer's other options? Go see every other possible comp you can, and then decide on your motivation. If you actually want to get rid of this and not be paying 2 mortgages and be able to move forward, price accordingly. And if you have that, if you're willing to sit on the market and it's not a problem for you to be on the market for a long time, then go ahead and list on the higher side. Last but not least, I did have a seller say to me, well, why don't I just list wherever I want? And then why don't buyers just make me an offer at whatever they want? And that way, I don't miss out on money if I list too low. And I think that can be a really dangerous strategy because a lot of times, again, buyers have price ceilings set on their searches. So if you are outside of their price ceiling, they're never going to see you. If you are within their price ceiling, but they're like, I wouldn't actually pay that for that house. A lot of my buyers don't want to step into things they think are overpriced because they always feel like, well, I can't offer them that low of a price. I'll never get it. So I think that there is some risk in listing too high where the buyers they're not going to make you a lowball offer that's $200,000 below where you're at because they think it's offensive. So unfortunately, sellers, your prices probably need to come down till they're close to where your home may sell. And that's when you'll start getting offers kind of within that range. So just be aware if selling is your goal, and obviously I want to help people achieve their goals. So if selling is the goal, then let's actually price you well to be able to achieve that goal and move forward. So if you need help pricing, staging, marketing, and if you need help kind of figuring out those next steps or how to, time this all, please reach out. I would be happy to help.